Hello, everybody. Today we are here with Thaikkudam Bridge. I am Ananya from Indulge. We have Mithun Raju, lead guitarist, Ashok Betty Nelson, the rhythm guitarist and the sound engineer, and Vian Fernandez, bass guitarist and vocalist. So let me start off this interview. First off, how is it performing in Chennai after so long?
Yeah, Chennai always has a special spot in our hearts. All of us in the band have roots in Chennai, one way or the other. Like me personally, I've been there for I've studied and worked there for around 4 years. I did my audio engineering there, and after that, I had the privilege of assisting Mr. M.J. Chandan, music director from Kerala. And also, I was shuffling work as a assistant engineer in a studio there called Music Lounge, and also working as a session guitarist there. The thing is, like, Chennai has a very special place in our hearts. Like Govind, Vipin, Christy, Hemant, Rajan, all of us met in Chennai. And not just that, it's like the crowd is always fantastic. They appreciate music so much better than many other places. Like, I think it's got to do with I think every household has someone learning one way or the other some form of music. So that kind of helps you appreciate music more. Like, for example, if you learn driving, you appreciate driving more. You understand the skill involved with everything. Same goes with music or any art form or any skill. So I think that would be one of the major reasons why that happens in Chennai, because Chennai is a city where you can see a very a cosmopolitan crowd, not just regarding like a way of life or lifestyle. It's regarding the diversity of music that you find there. Like, you have a very vast audience for Carnatic classical music, Hindustani music, filmy music, independent music. So I think that would be one of the major reasons why Chennai has always had a soft spot for us, and we've always had a connecting audience.
How much has the post-COVID world changed for you all?
I think we rested for a long time, so now the approach is completely different, and it's been a new start, a new beginning to Thaikkudam Bridge and the entire music scene, not only for us. So each time we are going up on stage, the excitement is more, we are more serious about what we want to do, what are the plans in the future, and it's the entire vibe and the feeling that we are coming across is like 200%. So we are very excited about every gig, and we are enjoying ourselves on stage and respecting the moment more and more with every show. So that's what's happening post-COVID.
Okay, this is a very interesting question, and I really wanted to know, what is the story behind the name Thaikkudam Bridge?
I think in the past 8 years, we have answered this question around 875 times, maybe or more than that. But when Govind was working on the project for Music Mojo Kappa TV, he decided to call musicians from different places that he knew. Everyone gathered. So there was this one place called Thaikkudam Bridge where, so everyone stayed over there, and that was the only place we knew back then. So each time we were going out and we were coming back, so we had to remember that Thaikkudam Bridge is the place name that we need to tell the rickshaw guy. So who suggested the name? He said, let's keep the band's name Thaikkudam Bridge. Everyone said yes, because everyone did not have a suggestion back then. So we decided Thaikkudam Bridge. That's it.
How has the band evolved over the years?
The most unserious person to answer the most serious question. Yeah, I think the main, musically, I feel that the growth has been more skillful, and yes, like it's a tricky question, because it's before coming to Thaikkudam Bridge, I think everyone was in a different way, selfishly career oriented. But after joining this band, it kind of, I mean, it's very unique in a way of thinking, because usually what happens is a band comes together, it gets together, they have a common agenda, they have a common goal. Then usually, like 90% of the time, what happens is they split up because their orientation or their goals change. But in our case, it was kind of quite opposite. People were going in different directions altogether. They have their own journey. Everyone in the band was a working musician. They all had, they were all professional musicians. They all had their goals and careers set. It was not like anyone was struggling. Everyone was on their path, going towards success. And it was actually a break for everyone to come and do Thaikkudam Bridge. It was just supposed to be a reunion gig or like a vacation gig, something like that. So the growth after that, for me personally, I can't speak for the others. For me personally, I found a huge guitar tutor in Mithun Raj. And I found a huge production tutor in Govind, Vipin. Of course, I knew them early on, but after forming the band, when you travel together with them, when you have more time with them, like in Chennai, when we were studying together, like 1 or 2 a week, we used to end up in the studio for we used to book the studio from 12 to 6 in the night, like, or morning. So at that time, we were locked in a studio and we just used to jam. Some of the time we used to just go there to sleep and get away from all the mosquitoes. But other times we were just playing music, we were just jamming. And but being part of Thaikkudam Bridge for like minusing 2 years of COVID, you get 8 years, close to 8 years. We were on the road constantly, consistently speaking music and thinking about how to get better on stage and off stage, production wise. It was like school for me, like going to school on a very long PG school for me, post-graduation school for me. So have I improved? That's a question others have to answer from the band. But I think, generally speaking, everyone in the band has improved a lot, musically and with terms of composure. So that's growth as far as I can see. So yeah, everyone has grown. I have grown more gray hair. Can't see it now. So yeah, that's one of the lesser growths in me.
That gray hair's experience there, sir. You don't have to worry. How much has the local band culture changed since you first started?
Yes, I mean, since we have been performing, after that, because that was the moment I visited Kerala and I got associated with more of Malayalis and the Kerala scene and the music scene over there. So from that point, I've seen way too many bands being a part of the indie scene, and I think even Kappa TV and Music Mojo has a bigger role to play in that, because most of the bands have got a very amazing platform to showcase their talents, and that's what they do. And from there, now there are so many names and so many performances happening all across. So it's growing and it's going to continue to grow. And the recent shows in Kerala were an example of what's there in the future, because this is, I think, literally the beginning of something really big coming up in Kerala in the music scene in terms of music.
True.
So yes, the local scene is doing really amazing, and I really hope and pray that it goes the same way.
Like 2 days back, we played a festival called Indulge-The. It's actually initiated by Wonderwall. Like they also happen to manage us. So the scene is Sumesh Lal, the CEO, like the main guy behind Wonderwall. He was part of the movement which kind of helped grow independent music in Kerala, be it Avial, be it Mother Jane. Of course, 13 AD was, I mean, they are considered as the grandmasters in Kerala, but Mithun, he was part of Mother Jane when they formed. And like, there was a time in Kerala, like when the indie scene was I wouldn't say underground. It was like the people who showed up were very, very less, like fraction of what now happens. When the Indie Gaga festival happened 2 times, like last month, it happened in Cochin, and 2 days back, it happened in Trivandrum. Both the times, the tickets were sold out.
Oh.
So that's something that rarely happens. Like I don't think it has happened before in Kerala. So that kind of shows the growth of independent music. Because there was a time, like, for example, Avial, as you know, is a great band from Kerala. But they were popular, they became popular after they did a movie song. Before that, of course, they were known in the independent scene. But the people, the mass in Kerala, they were ignorant of the band. They didn't know that such a great band existed. They became popular after they did a song for a very popular Malayalam hit movie called Salt and Pepper.
Oh.
But before that, so that thing has changed. Like Thaikkudam Bridge was popular without being associated with movies. Like, so that kind of shows the growth. Like, of course, social media has played a very big role. If it wasn't for YouTube or Facebook, I don't think Thaikkudam Bridge would exist. So that's a very big thing. But nevertheless, that scene is changing. The growth is immense.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to add that I mean, we were fortunate to be like popular enough to be in how can I describe it? I mean, we became household names actually. So that didn't quite happen actually before Thaikkudam Bridge, to be honest. Actually, people were more familiar with like solo artists. I mean, they know like Stephen Devasi or Bala Bhaskar or people like that. I mean, I'm talking about the mass crowd. I mean, like Ashok said, only the independent fans, people who followed independent music knew Mother Jane or Avial or any other bands like that. So we were like, actually, to be honest, like a shot in the arm for the independent scene actually. The sort of, I mean, many bands followed us actually. There were lots of bands coming, seeing the popularity and the success that we got. And so, to be honest, I think Thaikkudam Bridge actually was a shot in the arm for the music scene in Kerala.
So I've always wondered that the band has members from all across India, from so many musical genres and from so many cultures. How does that translate into the music you make, and how does that affect the team dynamics?
I think it affects very positively, because first and foremost, one of the few things that are very similar in everyone when it comes to the band is the respect for different genres. So you wouldn't find even one guy in our band who says that, no, that music is crap. So we kind of, everyone in the band appreciates the hard work a musician puts into a genre or a style of playing. So I think that respect corresponds with the way we choose music for each artist. So that kind of helps, because that is one of the major reasons why you don't get bored at a Thaikkudam Bridge concert, because there is something for everyone. Like, it is very understandable to see that a guy listens to only one kind of music. Like, most people are like that, because you choose what you listen to. It's music is associated with life in a very deep way. Like, it's part of your lifestyle. You normally wouldn't see a fluorescent t-shirt guy headbanging to a death metal song. Like, that is a very rare case. I mean, I'm not saying that it won't happen, but it's a rare case. Usually they are all black t-shirt people with jeans. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, people associate music with lifestyle. Music is a form of art. Art is a representation of your thoughts, the way that you approach life. So when it comes to Thaikkudam Bridge, it's also one of the unique features because it kind of is like I said earlier, it's kind of a school for you. Like if you listen to one of our songs and then you click next, and if you appreciate the next music also, it's kind of showing you that there are different varieties out there, like varieties of music out there, which you might like. And it's basically lack of exposure when it comes to like people not liking a genre. Maybe you haven't listened to it, or maybe you haven't listened to the right tracks that corresponds to you. So I think in that way, difference in people coming from different backgrounds or different musical backgrounds, as you asked, this is like the positive thing in the band.
So what I think is that as Ashok said, it's definitely a positive thing to have that. So generally, if a band is there, they focus on a particular genre and all the compositions are in the same flow and all. But that's not the case with Thaikkudam Bridge. We have so much of variety out there. So if there is a person who does not like to listen to our heavier songs, they can definitely go and listen to all the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
There are it's not like this band only I can listen. No, so right from the soothing melodies, heavy tracks, to the technical stuff, to classical, everything is mixed out there and presented. So we have different age groups and different audience out there to listen to it.
Who is the most nervous before a performance?
I think it's one of our sound engineers. Rajan has to be the most nervous guy.
Yeah,
Who
maybe actually.
Yeah?
Maybe. Rajan, yeah, I agree.
Who is the most confident?
Mithun Raju. And I mean, Mithun Raju, Govind, all of them are confident. And Anish Drummer also. 3 guys, very confident.
Iqbal is the most confident person in our band.
What?
Amit Bal is the most confident person.
Okay.
He is super confident, overconfident. After that comes confident.
So I also wanted to ask, when did you realize music and then Thaikkudam Bridge is your true calling?
That's a deep.
I mean, yeah, like we don't know probably the real meaning of true calling in the first place. So I would say, but so far this has been a very beautiful journey overall, because it's not easy to have so many members in the band and stay together for so long. Generally, 2 people can't stay together for so long. So having so many members, with so many different thoughts, with so many different ideas, clashing at times, different opinions, everything, but to get everyone on the same page and to work together, it's not easy at all. So that itself is a big achievement. So musically, whatever is the achievement is a topping over that. What is we have achieved being together. And it's been amazing.
I think everyone would agree that music is a calling for everyone in the band. And
yes,
we might have, all of us have realized that by now, but like band and all, it's like it's something that has to be judged from afar. Like you can't say this now. You can only say this like it's almost close to 10 years since the band has formed. Maybe after 15 years later. After that, if we are still there, then yes, maybe that would mean something.
Yeah, but I know one thing for sure is what I can say is that when we are together on stage, it's an amazing vibe and it's a very beautiful feeling.
What is the most memorable moment as a band for you all? As a band, the most memorable moment?
Mithun has been keeping quiet for some time.
Yeah.
I mean, there's quite a few actually. I mean, it's hard to pinpoint like one, but I have to. Few. I think One has to be that performance, the tribute for Ilaiyaraaja on his 1000th movie release, which was very special. It was dramatic. The entire event was very dramatic, and what we went through was like very interesting, actually. Then, I mean, to play so many. I mean, I can't pinpoint like one event actually. I mean, this is one such moment. Then we got the opportunity to play at the what was that World Festival, World Music Festival at Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Summerfest at Milwaukee in US. We became the first band from India to perform over there. So that was like a big milestone for us. And we have I don't know, I mean, in the previous album, we were fortunate enough to work with so many stalwarts, like both in India as well as international artists like Gatrigo and Marco Vinaman, Jordan Rudess, Chris Adler, and here in India, like Pandit Ramnarayan, please help me.
Ustad Rashid Khan.
Ustad Rashid Khan. Yeah. Ustad Rashid Khan. Then many. I'm all of a sudden I can't remember the names.
Yeah, there
I don't know.
Names now.
Yeah. So I mean, I would say those are the highlights. I would guess. And there have been many shows like I mean, after the feeling.
Yeah, Rahman tribute also.
Yeah, Rahman.
Yeah, Rahman tribute.
Yeah. And I mean, certain. I'm not saying. I'm not mentioning a particular. I mean, there have been many shows like after the end when you see the reaction from the crowd and the love they give. It's priceless. Actually, you can't put words to express the feeling actually. So there have been very special moments. There have been a lot of special moments, to be honest.
You've talked so much about all of this. What would be a dream collaboration as a band for you all?
I mean, already we have had so many dream collaborations, to be very honest, actually.
Actually, personally, it's already over with Anand Benjamin Paul. I'm happy with that. I'm content.
I mean, I don't know whether. I mean, I would like. I mean, I'm happy with the call. I'm more than satisfied with the with the artists we have been fortunate enough to collaborate. I will be like greedy, but I would like to see the band moving forward to bigger heights. That is more critical for. That's what I'm looking forward to, more than collaborations or anything. I think this band is more capable than what it is, what it's going through currently, and I'm just looking forward to the future. To be honest, that is what I'm more interested in.
I think personally, I would want the band to have more of the international reach, because I feel that our music, being on the heavier side, is very rich with culture. So there are a lot of cultural elements that are there in our music, and at the same time heavy. So all we need to do is reach out to more of the festivals that are happening abroad, and because I'm sure that they're going to love it with the Indian culture, with the Kerala culture that's fused along with the heavy songs that we have. So hopefully that will happen. Many more countries and play many more festivals.
Definitely. I would love that. In fact, I'm a big fan of Navarasam, the song. And I actually remember looking at the video and tearing up a little bit because of the metaphor that was shown there of how, culture was going away, an entire form of dance and art was just going away from us. So, and that song itself has so much energy in it, and the best part is and why I can listen to it again and again, it's because it is not, how do I say it? It does not follow a single direction as such. Goes up and down with its vocals, with its music itself, the instruments in it. It has rock, it has a little bit of classical influences. And I think it is that is what sets you apart so much, that I listen to the song again and again and again and be filled with energy every single time I listen to it. So that is one thing. And I'd like to ask, okay, and since the pandemic has been hard on everybody has had a lot of mental health issues come to the fore. So what do you think is the relationship between music and mental health?
So what I observed is during the lockdown, what was happening was everyone had work from home. Everyone was working, and it's easy to say work from home and all, but I think a lot of people had to put up with a lot of stuff who were not used to being at home, and probably work was their escape place, to like a peaceful place away from home, because it's not always that home is your peaceful place, So I think for those people, the musicians played a very important role, because everyone was going live, everyone was performing, and nobody was doing it for money. They were just so waiting for a platform to perform that everyone was just performing. And every evening, everyone was going live. So many events were happening. Then paid events started also happening. But I got to know from a lot of people that music was keeping them going in those times. And being at home, being with your thoughts for so long, being occupied with other factors that are not healthy is not good for your mental state. And I'm sure that everyone experienced some kind of mental health issues back then. And some are good to battle it, some are not good to battle it. And in those times, I think people connected to music, and music really, really helped them. And that's what I personally got to know from the people that I spoke, and that they've conveyed to me, that music really kept them going. Okay, yeah. So that was from a post-pandemic experience overall, but I think music has got to play a very big role in terms of mental health, is because there are certain frequencies that are there that really calm you down. Like, for example, what I do is, like, I love all the different genres, but there are times that I just listen to ambient music, and it really helps me. It helps me calm down. It helps me get everything back to a peaceful state. And everyone has their own scene, everyone has their own space, what they like to listen to and get into their good space. So I also believe that there are certain instruments that are used for music therapy, like the didgeridoo, like the singing bowl. So music has always had an involvement, and the frequencies, the notes, the melodies directly touch your heart. So there are certain melodies that you listen, and there is a different vibration all over your body, because there is a connection that's happening overall.
I'd just like to add that all we have to do is just go on YouTube and just read the comments of some of our favorite songs, and you will invariably, in every song, that you will see one or few comments like, I listened to this song during hard times, and these artists helped me get through so much. You can see in almost literally every song. So nothing better than music, I guess.
What should the audience in Chennai be expecting? What are you going to play for us here?
Everything. Whatever is there, everything. See, it's a show that is happening after so long. So technically, this is going to be the first show in Chennai. So as much as they are excited, we are super excited. So definitely we're going to put like 150%, 200% energy into the show over there. So really looking forward to it. And over these years, the Chennai crowd and we share a beautiful relationship with the Tamil songs that we have been performing all these years now. So we have got a lot of new songs, and also there is one song that we have not performed in Chennai till now. So that will be the first time that we are performing over there. So yeah, looking forward to that.
So any upcoming projects or collaborations? Let us in on secrets a little bit.
We have one more release from the Backyard Session that we are going to release in a couple of weeks. That's going to be a music video. Then we are working on another project which I can't tell you about. but that might be an original from our side. So after Nama, probably that is going to be the first original, but we are not going to disclose anything about that right now. So that is what is happening. We are simultaneously also thinking about what future plans, and for that we are planning to meet and discuss. Because on show we actually don't get time to discuss. We plan to discuss, but we actually don't discuss. We just play, we eat food, and we go home. No discussion happens. So, but yes, we have got some things planned up for the future, and we are really looking forward to work that out.
Mithun sir, Ashok sir, you
So
want to
guys are
add
not
anything?
adding anything?
Nothing much actually. I mean, Chennai has been one of the most supportive. Like I would say, along with Bangalore, Chennai has been. They always support us. Actually, they come turn up in numbers, and they're prepared to buy tickets and come for concert. And they've been very supportive. So we are really looking forward, and hopefully everything goes well, and we'll have a kick-ass evening.
Definitely.
Yeah, and this is for all the people in Chennai. Why would you miss the first show post-pandemic by Thaikkudam Bridge? You definitely have to be there. Yeah, be the bridge.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
nice
you.
chatting.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Yes,
Thank
nice
you so
talking to you.
much.
Bye. Take care.